had a contractor come out, look at your project, and then completely disappear? No call, no bid, no nothing. Well, the good news is you're not alone. I actually hear this all the time. In this video, I'm going to give you 5 reasons why contractors ghost you, plus a few tips on how to get them to call you back. People tell us all the time, I've had 2 or 3 contractors come out and nobody followed up, or I called 5 contractors, none of who answered their phone, and I left a message and they never returned my call. And I get it. That is super frustrating, especially when you're ready to move forward with your project. So let me fill you in from the contractor's perspective so you can stop wondering why you're getting ghosted and get your project started. Sometimes the reason you don't get a call back is really simple. Your project just may not be a fit for that particular contractor. Every company has a different lane based on project size, scope, type of work. And if your project doesn't line up with their scope, a lot of contractors won't take it on. Sometimes it's a matter of project size. Your project may be too big or too small. Sometimes it can be as simple as a matter of location. They don't want to drive as far out as your property, or they prefer to work in a different part of town, or they prefer a different town altogether. So the bottom line is, if a contractor feels like your job is not a good fit, unfortunately, you probably won't hear back from them. Here's another big reason contractors don't call you back. You don't actually know what you want yet. Listen, I don't mean that in a bad way, but if we walk into a project and the customer is saying something like, I'm thinking maybe I want to expand my kitchen, but I'm not sure, or maybe I want to update the bathroom, but I haven't made up my mind yet, or the kiss of death, I just want to see what it would cost. That's not a real project yet. That's an idea. And most contractors aren't going to spend hours putting together numbers on something that isn't clearly defined. All contractors run their businesses differently, but no contractor makes money being one of 3 guys giving free estimates to customers who don't even know what all they want. At the end of the day, contractors don't bid ideas, they bid projects. Okay, so next, let's be fair. Sometimes it's not you at all. Sometimes it's on the contractor. Some contractors are overloaded, some aren't organized, and some just aren't a very good fit. They're not good at communication. Sometimes they have more jobs than they can handle, and sometimes they're looking for a specific type of job to fill the gap between other jobs that are currently in play. And if a contractor is just bad at communicating, follow through, or lacks organizational skills, honestly, consider yourself lucky because you just dodged a huge bullet. Next on the list of reasons contractors ghost you is when they show up at the initial meeting and you start talking like a Google expert or micromanager. If you come across like you already know how to do the job because you researched it on Google or you saw it on YouTube, I'm going to be honest, that's a problem. Or if you start telling them exactly how you want the job done, or it feels like you're going to second guess everything your contractor does, or you're going to micromanage every decision, that's also a huge red flag. Remember, the contractor you're interviewing is also interviewing you. And I promise they do not care about how many houses you've renovated, or that your dad was a contractor, or that you have a PhD in HGTV. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you being informed. That is a really good thing. But there's a huge difference between being informed and being a freaking know-it-all. And contractors know when a project is going to turn into constant second guessing. And a lot of them will just walk away before it even starts. Like the lady in that meme says, ain't nobody got time for that. Your contractor wants to know that when you are knee deep in a project, that you will trust their skills and abilities, their knowledge and experience, and you will not be micromanaging or second guessing every decision. And let's be honest, if you have all the knowledge, skills, and abilities to complete the job yourself, what in the heck are you interviewing contractors for? And finally, we come to a big issue, and this is probably the biggest issue of them all, and that is that you are completely off base on the budget. And I don't mean a little off, I mean way off. We'll come out, we'll look at a project that realistically might be $80,000, and the homeowner is thinking it's a $25,000 job because of something they saw online. I spend a lot of my time explaining to clients that prices have increased 40 to 60%, and in some cases even more than that over the last 6 years, and they continue to go up. That means that a kitchen remodel that once cost $25,000 now may cost $50,000 or more. And it's not because your contractor is getting rich. It's because simply everything costs more right now. So when you tell a contractor you have a 2019 budget for a 2026 project, and then you want to argue costs because you saw it cheaper somewhere else, at that point, a lot of contractors just disengage instead of having that super hard conversation. Now, here's the good news. You can fix most of this. If you want contractors to actually call you back, make sure to do these few simple things during your initial call or interview. First, be realistic about your budget, or at least be open to hearing what things actually cost. Your contractor works out here in the real world, not on Instagram or HGTV. They know what things actually cost in your market. And if you haven't done any remodeling for a while, be prepared for sticker shock. Your contractor is not there to argue about price. They're there to see how much you are willing to invest in your home, to see if that number is realistic, and see if they can meet your needs. Next, be clear about what you want. Know going in what type of project you have in mind and be direct about it. It is okay to need help with things like design, layout, and finishes. We actually expect that. But you should also know if you're looking to redo your kitchen or your bath or both. Have a clear picture about what you want and let your contractor know that you are ready to move forward. And finally, recognize that you are calling a skilled professional in to help you, and then let them. There's nothing worse than trying to get a job done for someone who second guesses your every move. So hire a professional and then let them do their job. You don't need to know everything. You just need to know that you chose the right contractor. Always remember, most contractors don't ghost you because they're bad people. They ghost you because they don't want to have hard conversations. If you want a contractor who communicates clearly, tells you the truth even when it's not what you want to hear, and actually follows through, that's how we operate. So if you're located in North Central Arkansas and you're serious about your project, reach out. We will tell you up front if it's a fit. And if it's not, I promise you, we will point you in the right direction.